They are the Philadelphia Soul. They have the heart and soul of a champion. But football calls for so much more, and Philadelphia fans know that. The new coach in town knows that as well. And if they don't perform, the players will walk the plank.
We will win the Arena Football League championship.
The Philadelphia Soul, your team for 2012. Walk the Plank, the Soul Coaches Show, is brought to you by Foods Galore, preferred food supplier for Chickies and Pete's restaurants. Bargain car, truck, and van rental in Brookhaven, Broomall, and Chadds Ford. Bradford White Water Heaters, the official water heater of the Philadelphia Soul. Gino's Steaks, the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia since 1966. And Susquehanna Bank, the preferred banking partner of the Philadelphia Soul.
Walk the Plank with a new head coach of the Philadelphia Soul, Doug Plank. Doug, how about that reception to town? Welcome.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. First edition ever of Walk the Plank, your show about the Philadelphia Soul. The fans, we didn't even invite them this week and they found us already. That's good news.
You know what? I think they're going to be such a big part of our success this year. I'm sad that the first two games we're going to be on the road, and our third game until we finally get in front of our hometown fans.
Let me just set the scene for those of you just tuning in. It's the first of 18 regular season games right here next week, beginning on Sunday, the 1st game, down in New Orleans. And there's interesting symmetry there, Doug, because the last time the Philadelphia Soul won the championship at the Arena Bowl was 2008, and it was in New Orleans. And this year, the regular season begins there, and the Arena Bowl is set for New Orleans. So you've got pressure on your shoulders out of the box, my friend.
Well, you know what? I'm not new to this game. I've played and coached in New Orleans before and always had success down there, so I don't see why this should be any different. I'm blessed with a great coaching staff and great players, and we're going down there with a mission.
For those of you that don't know the great resume of the man sitting next to me, he is Doug Plank of the Chicago Bears under Mike Ditka. And yes, that 46 defense of Buddy Ryan's was named after number 46 right here, Doug Plank. And he played a hard-hitting style that just is not seen in the NFL anymore. Went on to coach with your alma mater at Ohio State, the New York Jets. And, of course, you had a championship in the AFL with the Georgia Force down there.
Right.
And indoor football is a little bit different, Doug. And tell me what the keys to success will be for you.
Well, it's different because it's so much faster. But if you look at the National Football League over the last 5-10 years, a lot of the things that arena football set in motion really are now adopted by the NFL, especially as far as throwing the ball. You see now trying to utilize the clock management where you see players, like in the playoff games, fall down short of the goal line to try to keep the clock going. That's a common thing that you would see.
We saw that in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. And so a lot of the same concepts that coaches saw in the Arena Football League and thought, man, no one will ever use those. Those are being used now in the National Football League.
All around us here at Chickie and Pete's, by the way, we're in the beautiful back room where the team holds its post-game parties for VIPs that come to our home games. And by the way, the first home game, the home opener's April 1st. Mark that down and go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com to get your tickets right now. You've thrown over the roster a great deal in the offseason, and the team makes no bones about it. The tagline is, "We got this." You're saying a lot, but you have loaded up with the players.
Well, no one likes a huge hurdle that you have to overcome, but I'm okay with that because I think when you put expectation in front of people, it raises the bar. It raises the bar as far as competition. I think that when you're 6-12, there's issues, there's problems on the team, not just athletic problems, but also the tone of the team, what their attitude was. And I think there was a transformation needed, with the coaching staff, the players, and I really believe like this group of men, they believe in success. And it isn't just about having athletic talent, because we've seen other teams that have athletic talent but don't get to where they want to go. So I'm going to put my own little taste on it. I've been an overachiever my whole life, and I'm going to lay that kind of an attitude on top of this team.
Well, your attitude, you were quoted as saying, if we don't beat somebody, and that's possible, if we don't beat them, we're going to beat them up.
Well, I think having grown up in the state of Pennsylvania, you're taught to play football in a very physical, tough manner. That's the only way I know since I've started as 8 years old, and I was able to play at Ohio State, get to the end National Football League.
For Woody
Hayes.
Jeez.
You could not have asked for a tougher coach to teach you discipline and standards that you have to live by every single day of your life. And I've been very blessed throughout my career to just have some great coaches that were running our football teams. Woody Hayes, Mike Ditka, Jack Barty, and last but not least, Buddy Ryan.
Doug Plank, the new head coach of the Philadelphia Soul, they put it on display for the first time this coming Sunday in New Orleans, live at 4 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. I'll be calling the game along with Tom Goodhines. We'll be live from down there, the home opener, April 1st. But most important in this indoor game of pitch and catch is the quarterback. When we come right back after this break, right here, live from Chicky and Pete's, you meet the new starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Soul. His name is Dan Raudabaugh. And I'm telling you, he's big, he's strong, he's young. He might be a diamond in the rough, but you're going to get to know him very well when we come right back after this.
If you've been seriously injured in an auto accident, remember this name. If you're being pressured by the insurance company to take a settlement that isn't fair, remember this name. If you need someone to fight for you to get the money you deserve, remember this name. Lundy Law. Call 1-800-LUNDY-LAW. Winning millions for clients in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware for over 50 years.
You have 25 hours of things to do every day and just 24 hours to do them. Finding time to manage your money can be a chore. Susquehanna Bank offers a variety of checking options to help. Whether you're on the road, at home, or anywhere in between. And even though convenience is its own reward, it's just one of the many we offer. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for busy people like you. Member FDIC.
So, Mr. Jaworski, we wanted to show you the new packaging for Goldenberg's Peanut Chews. Of course, it still has the same original chewy, chocolatey, peanutty taste. Would you like to try one?
Sure.
So?
Man, these are really good. Mm-hmm. What? Now that's chewing it old school.
Hey Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Soul are inviting you to call now and purchase a Doug Plank 46-pack. What is it? Tickets to 4 games, including the home opener on April 1st. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com. That's 4 games, plus all the benefits of being part of a championship team and championship season for $46. You want in? Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com or call the Soul office at 888-789-SOUL. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com.
Well, the Philadelphia Soul is back in action. You can hear the crowd is jazzed. And wait till you see this guy, Tiger Jones, the #1 leading receiver in the AFL last year, among the new players coming to Philadelphia this year. Welcome to Walking the Plank, the first of our season-long Philadelphia Soul shows with head coach Doug Plank, and welcoming the new quarterback of the Philadelphia Soul, also out of Dallas, quarterback Dan Raudabaugh. Welcome, Dan.
How's it going, Lou?
Good, good. Are you enjoying yourself? You can smile here. You're amongst friends.
Yes, I'm having a blast. It's good to see all these fans here. Happy to be here. And, I think we're ready to go down to New Orleans and hit someone else in the mouth this week. So.
Oh, I like that. I like the sounds of that. That's right. The first game of the year is this coming Sunday at 4 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. You'll be watching it live. I'll be calling the game. Doug, why Dan? And why did you go to Dallas so strongly in the offseason? 6 of the players, including Tiger Jones, coming from the old Vigilante team.
I think when you're looking at players and teams, look at what happened there in just 1 year. That team the year before was a disaster. They had won games down in Dallas, and I really credit Clint Dolzell, the job that he did. The job he did was bringing in guys like Dan, because he brought in great leadership and execution. And the season that they had getting into the playoffs, that wasn't a mistake. That was a reason for that, and large part falls on this man's shoulders for the success he had operating that offense.
Big shoulders, no doubt about it. I mean, we had a shortish quarterback here in Philadelphia last year. You're 6'3", 225, 230 pounds. You got the quintessential size for this league. But what is it that's different? How is this different, this Arena League ball, versus what you played in college?
Well, I mean, first of all, those walls out there, they're undefeated, you know? And a lot of times, you know, they're not working for your favor most of the time. Yeah. But you got to learn to work with it, and it's almost like ping pong in there. Ball goes back and forth, a lot of possessions, and you got to take advantage of it every time. I like it because it's high paced, fast scoring, and I mean, lots of touchdowns, you know. And
what are you looking for in a quarterback? What's the key to success in this league, Coach, from the front side?
You know what? You got to be a great athlete. You have to be able to throw the ball accurately and throw it on time. But the most important element, I think, when you're a quarterback, it's about your leadership skill. I played with a quarterback in Chicago that didn't have great physical skill, Jim McMahon, but he was an unbelievable leader. That's what this man right here brings to our football team. He has the ability to make everyone around him rise to a higher level.
And McMahon had Walter Payton behind him. You've got Derrick Ross, who's the leading ground gamer in all of football in the league that doesn't run the ball.
Right.
You've got the guy we just talked about, Tiger Jones, Donovan Morgan coming back, who's a highlight film, and now Jeff Hughley and more. You've had 3 weeks to work with these guys. What are your expectations?
Well, you know, we're expecting greatness out of everybody, not just from those guys, but myself, from the coaches, from the O-line, the D-line, and the secondary. That's what we came here to do. We came here to play perfect and, you know, hopefully get back to the championship. And, I mean, I'm excited. We're ready to go out there and put points on the board where they really count. And I think we've got a great scheme going in, and the guys are excited. A lot of energy at practice every day. Guys are flying around. Guys are getting in the film room, keeping their nose in the playbook, and there's questions bouncing off each other every day, and that's good. That's how you know guys are soaking it up like a sponge. And I think we're coming together. Leadership stepping up, and you can tell who's going to be a playmaker. And I think the guys who know that they're going to be role players, I think they're comfortable with their roles, and they're going to do the best they can to be the best player at their position.
You got a 50-yard field. There's no punting in this game. It's less than half of the width of a regular NFL field. What are the expectations as far as scoring touchdowns? What's the over-under? How many times? How many possessions? What percentage of time should you score a touchdown?
Well, if we get the ball 10 times, we want to score 10 touchdowns. If we get it 7 times, I mean, every time we touch the ball, our goal is 6 points. And
it's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not saying we don't like kickers, but we don't use kickers very much. We don't like kicking field goals. We're going to go for touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And this team is going to play to win, not to lose. I promise you that.
Well, one game last year against Pittsburgh, you threw for 477 yards, 10 touchdowns, and no interceptions. So you set the bar that high, and sometimes you achieve it. Dan, we look forward to it beginning Sunday in New Orleans as we go live on Comcast Sportsnet. 4 o'clock start. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure we'll see you many, many times. More guests to come. We flip it over, and when we come right back from Chicky and Pete's in South Philadelphia with Walking the Plank with Coach Doug Plank, we'll meet the new star on defense. He's got a great name. You're going to love him, Dusty Bear. Believe me, he's no boo-boo. He lays out a lot of boo-boos on the field. You'll meet Dusty Bear when we come right back on Walking the Plank with Chickies and Pete's. That's just the regular Soul crowd, folks. Wait till you see them all down at the Wells Fargo Center.
Hey Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Soul are inviting you to call now and purchase a Doug Plank 46-pack. What is it? Tickets to 4 games, including the home opener on April 1st. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com. That's 4 games, plus all the benefits of being part of a championship team and championship season for $46. You want in? Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com or call the Soul office at 888-789-SOUL. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com.
I do a lot of weird stuff to save money.
Carpooling.
We clip coupons.
You gotta eat leftovers, man. You got to.
Susquehanna Bank knows you're always looking for ways to save money.
Well, I eat in a lot more than I used to.
I use this to get places.
I buy generic everything. We use those swirly light bulbs.
You work hard for your money, and Susquehanna can help you keep more of it with free checking. Open your account today. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts. Member FDIC.
So, Mr. Jaworski, we wanted to show you the new packaging for Goldenberg's peanut chews. Of course, it still has the same original chewy, chocolatey, peanutty taste. Would you like to try one?
Sure.
So,
Man, these are really good. What?
Now that's chewing it old school. If you've been seriously injured in an auto accident, remember this name. If you're being pressured by the insurance company to take a settlement that isn't fair, remember this name. If you need someone to fight for you to get the money you deserve, remember this name. Lundy Law. Call 1-800-LUNDY-LAW. Winning millions for clients in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware for over 50 years.
In a league that averages 118 combined points per game, you better be able to find some defensive backs. And the Philadelphia Soul in the offseason went out and found a trio they think will be stars, including this guy, Mishai Robinson. 10 of the 16 players that Doug Plank will put on the field this year have been all Arena League in the past. It ought to be a great year, and it kicks off Sunday at New Orleans at 4 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. We want to urge you to grab some tickets to the Philadelphia Soul in the home opener. That comes up April 1st at the Wells Fargo Center. Simply go online at philadelphiasoul.com or give them a call at 888-789-SOUL. Now, we've been talking a lot, Doug, Coach, about offense. So we've met your quarterback. We better bring somebody over from the defensive side of the ball because you got to stop once in a while.
Well, you know what? People don't like to talk about defense, especially this day and age in football, but it's reality. And the success, how to win in the National Football League or in the Arena Football League is with defense.
Well, introduce this guy next to you.
Well, this guy went to school at Western Kentucky and is played on a number of different teams in the professional ranks. But, you know, last year he was down in Dallas with Coach Dolezal, and he just jumped off the film when we started watching players around the league that we felt like we needed to attract, to have that personality and that instinct to finish games. I could not have put anybody higher than this man right here because he plays with passion.
And your name is?
Dusty Bear, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated.
Is that your Christian given name? Dusty
James
Bear?
Dustin Bear.
Dustin Bear.
Yeah, I got Dusty from, I guess, just my uncles. They used to just call me Dusty. So after Dusty Rhodes, I guess I had long blonde hair when I was little, so kind of worked out. You know, the American dream.
Well, we've heard a lot of nicknames this year, including a guy I had down at the Maxwell Football Club last week called Honey Badger.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not built like no Honey Badger.
No, I'm built pretty stout for what it is, I guess. We work out hard, you know, over at this old practice field, and we just try to put our time in to be, you know, the best athletes that we can be, because maintaining health is about staying on the field and making plays. The more you maintain your health, the better off you are. You know, that's for every player, every sport. It doesn't matter what it is, you know, so it's always good to, you know, stay as healthy as you can.
Coach, in just 12 out of 18 games last year with Dallas, he was third in the league in sacks, and you saw a great weapon there. Even though you can't do much because of the restrictions of defense, you're putting him in a little different position this year to make plays.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to play exclusively at our linebacker position. The position, there's two linebackers. One can blitz the quarterback. One can go back, drop into pass coverage, at least initially. And with his personality, this is a perfect position for him because he's literally colliding with the fullback each and every play. And I think it's the toughest position in any level of football I've ever been involved in, because you know every single play you're going to have a train wreck with somebody who's as big and strong as you are each and every play.
Well, look, you can't sit still. Look at you. You told me he's got a motor in the field. He's got a motor right here. You need another bucket of crab fries just to get through the show, son.
Yeah, I know. Those crab fries are excellent, though. You know, I really.
Well, just
really
chug
like
them. Just drink them.
I can give a valiant effort at eating them all, though. I guarantee it.
What is your goal come in New Orleans when he lets you free? Are you going to be a blow-up guy? I mean, you got some responsibilities too in this game.
Absolutely. You know, a crucial part of playing in a football game is maintaining a consistent ability to, you know, read the offense and what they're doing. You know, you can't just play a football game and stay in one position, because they're going to change. So you have to be able to change with them to make plays. And I'm a power guy. I'm going to come downhill. I'm going to give you everything I got every play. You know, and that's the thing that I hope will spread throughout our team, and everybody's going to do it all 4 quarters, and at the end of the day, we come out with a W, you know. So it's about, you know, playing with a little bit of passion and a lot of intensity.
You don't let him call the signals out there, do you? Because you never You'd never get them out, would you?
You know what? One thing about football, you can be a great football player, but if you can't communicate, you can't play. I don't care what level it is, college, Arena Football League, National Football League, and despite all the great things that he can do as far as physical and aggressive, he's a great communicator also with each other. So that's where I start evaluating players. Can they work amongst each other and form a team instead of individuals?
You've been 3 weeks of knocking heads against each other. Now you get to play some guys, as we always say, with different colored uniforms. You looking forward to that?
Oh, I am excited as anybody could ever be about playing somebody else with a different uniform on. I've been seeing these guys for 3 weeks, like you said, and I've had enough of those guys. You know, it's time to try my skills out on somebody else, see what they got. You know, I know what all our guys got. We know what we got here. You know, you got great players that are on the other side of me, helping me get better every play. Derek Ross is our fullback, one of the best in the league. Going against him every day has elevated my game. You know, so my game has came up to, you know, a different level practicing against the best player in the league.
You kept him under control for 3 weeks?
Absolutely. You know what? It's one thing, when you're a football player, you have to have a switch. When you walk on that field, you're totally somebody else. And you have to be able to exist like that for 60 minutes.
I see it.
You walk off the field, you're back to who
Look
you
him
were.
up, Dusty Bear on YouTube. Look for the video of him working out. It is incredible. We watched it around the editing shop this afternoon. Have you been to Chickies and Pete's before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I noticed that they kept all your empties from the 3 times that you've been here, and they're all up on the wall there. But that's okay at Chickies. That's okay. You're over 21.
It's great.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool for all the fans that are here as well. This is where we get together after the games. The opener, sponsored by Lundy Law, coming up on April 1st at the Wells Fargo Center. First game kicks off Sunday at 4 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. We're back with more on Walking the Plank with the coach right after this.
Hey Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Soul are inviting you to call now and purchase a Doug Plank 46 pack. What is it? Tickets to 4 games, including the home opener on April 1st. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com. That's 4 games plus all the benefits of being part of a championship team and championship season for $46. You want in? Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com or call the Soul office at 888-789-SOUL. Go to PhillyWeGotThis.com.
If you've been seriously injured in an auto accident, remember this name. If you're being pressured by the insurance company to take a settlement that isn't fair, remember this name. If you need someone to fight for you to get the money you deserve, remember this name. Lundy Law. Call 1-800-LUNDY-LAW. Winning millions for clients in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware for over 50 years.
So, Mr. Jaworski, we wanted to show you the new packaging for Goldenberg's peanut chews. Of course, it still has the same original chewy, chocolatey, peanutty taste. Would you like to try one?
Sure.
So,
Man, these are really good. Mm-hmm. What? Now that's chewing it old school.
You have 25 hours of things to do every day and just 24 hours to do them. Finding time to manage your money can be a chore. Susquehanna Bank offers a variety of checking options to help. Whether you're on the road, at home, or anywhere in between. And even though convenience is its own reward, it's just one of the many we offer. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for busy people like you. Member.
Tell you what, Soul fans know where to find a good times, and it's right here at Chickies and Pete's. We're taping Walking the Plank, another newcomer to the Soul that you'll be seeing coming Sunday. Jeff Hughley was nothing less than the special team player of the year. Tom Goodhines reworked this entire roster as the general manager of the team in the offseason. They'll also join me in the booth on Sunday as the color man as we bring you the opening game live at 4 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. And Goody, the last time this franchise was back in New Orleans was a pretty big day in team history.
In 2008, the championship came to Philadelphia, and we're looking to do the same thing in the new pattern. You kick off a season in New Orleans, and we're going to get the championship this year in New Orleans as well.
Team did not start off strong last year, Tom, and by the time we came back, had lost momentum already. This year, you got 2 weeks on the road to warm up. How do you guys feel about that?
I think the road is going to be beneficial this time just because at least it gets us started and going in the right direction. I think the difference this year is it's only 2, it's not the 4 that we had to battle up last year, which is very tough to do. And you got Doug Plank on the team because he's the guy that's going to lead these troops to the promised land. I think we're going to be in much, much better shape this year.
I mean, I think it's hard on the road, but one thing good about road teams, you really feel like circle the wagons.
Yeah.
All you have all you have is yourself. And I like the fact that we're going to be on the road for the first 2 weeks because I think it's going to really cement this team.
And speaking of which, the team has a special promotion going on right now. All you have to do is go to the Philadelphia Soul on Facebook and like us, like the team, and you're eligible for a special grand prize, 4 days expenses paid in New Orleans at the Arena Bowl at the end of the season. That's the championship game. That takes a lot of guts to put it on the line, but that's why we call it walking the plank, and the goal is the championship. And again, that's facebook.com/soul to get on that. And of course, we want to drive you down to the home opener, April 1st at the Wells Fargo Center by calling 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com. And of course, the opener is presented by our main sponsor for the last couple of years, Leonard Lundy and Lundy Law. And you're the sponsor of not of touchdowns or of halftime, but the injury report. Why, Leonard? Why the injuries?
It's a natural fit for us, Lou. We do injury law. We've done it for over 50 years in this area, so it's something that we're accustomed to representing injured people. So it's the perfect report for us to do.
What's the relationship between your company, you yourself, Doug Plank, and the Soul? How's it been the last couple of years for you?
It's been fabulous. It's been a great sponsorship. It's local. We're part of the community, and we love sponsoring the team. And we have a lot of high hopes for this year with Doug. So,
Leonard, we thank you very much. I know you do, Coach.
Yes, no, there's no question. I just had a chance to just have a little bit of conversation, and really, it's going to be so exciting for this team to start winning again and get back to what they had in 2008.
Lundy Law, the Philadelphia Soul, Pete Cherokee, one of the owners, Chickies and Pete's, and all the great Soul fans that have been here for a long time. Walking the plank, our first one in the books. We'll see you live from New Orleans at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Have a good one, everyone.
Walk the Plank, the Soul Coaches Show, is brought to you by Foods Galore, preferred food supplier for Chickies and Pete's restaurants. Bargain car, truck, and van rental in Brookhaven, Broomall, and Chadds Ford. Bradford White Water Heaters, the official water heater of the Philadelphia Soul. Geno's Steaks, the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia since 1966. And Susquehanna Bank, the preferred banking partner of the Philadelphia Soul.